You are watching an OraCloud Plus Training as a Service video snippet. Snippets are concise, targeted tutorials explaining how to use, configure, integrate, deploy, and support Oracle's Fusion Cloud applications. Snippets are delivered via FAST, the Fusion Application Support Tool. FAST is accessible via the web at www.oracloud.plus. No more watching hours of learning path style videos to get to the 5-minute snippet you need. Learn Oracle's Fusion Cloud applications in minutes, not hours. Hello and welcome to the Fusion versus Oracle Cloud video presentation. This video is intended for Oracle Fusion Cloud application beginners looking to understand the difference between the terms Fusion and Oracle Cloud. This video snippet, as with all OCP video snippets, can be found within FAST, our Fusion Application Support Tool, under the Oracle Cloud Training Group. To get access to FAST, email us at access@oracloud.plus. Please put your name and contact information in the email body and set the title to FAST Access Request. Okay, so first, there's a little bit of a confusion, possibly due to a transition in names. So if we're going to go top middle of the screen, you can see highlighted under the Help Guides or OraDocs, Oracle Cloud Applications Documentations, 12 o'clock if you will. And that's current. Now, if you scroll like you're in a clockwise meaning, you see Oracle Applications, and within that box, Fusion Applications. This is a snapshot of those pages maybe 3-4 months ago. And so you saw there, Fusion Applications was listed, and underneath that, you had Fusion Cloud Apps, and then what they also called Cloud at Customer or On-Premise. Notice it's also different than EPM, different data structures, and also different than eBusiness and PeopleSoft. We'll talk about that more in a second. As we scroll around now, you're 7 or 8 o'clock, so meaning left on the bottom, Fusion Apps, that's Demo Central. So notice it says Fusion Apps. Those are different rows, different instances, pods, environments, whatever you want to call them. And above those, if we were to scroll up, you would see EPM, again, different data structure, both cloud. And then lastly, off to what would be 10 o'clock, you see an outbound email from an application welcome email. This is obviously as of April, so it's a little bit older, but this is still the same setup that is today. So if you get a notification or that's outbound from whatever this SaaS application is called, Fusion, Oracle Cloud, that's what it says. So that would lead you to believe that it's Fusion. So like I said, there's probably a little bit of a transition. There was a concern with the word Fusion because it took so long to come to the fore. So perhaps maybe Oracle Cloud is more in vogue, but let's go ahead and talk about what exactly is Fusion. So here you can see Fusion is the fusing of Oracle's application portfolio in a SaaS environment, software as a service, or delivered in that methodology. So you can see on the left here, it lists a series of applications, all but the last Hyperion, right? Because that's what became EPM and is a different data structure, a dimensional database. But Primavera, EBS for finance procurement, PeopleSoft for HCM, Siebel Systems for CRM, those are all relational databases and were consolidated out of those applications and created Fusion. So if that's Fusion and that's software as a service, what is Oracle Cloud? Well, essentially Oracle Cloud is 20 years of hardware and software development and acquisitions, all aligned into one of 3 different quote unquote services, right? Because that's how they're deployed or delivered. They're made accessible via the internet. And the idea here is they're now offering end-to-end, them being Oracle, end-to-end business automation with one vendor or supplier. So left to right, first infrastructure as a service, that's boxes in the sky. So now you're competing with AWS, with Microsoft Azure. As we get to the middle, this is more of Fusion. These are applications, software as a service, if you will, SaaS, whether it's HCM, Fin, accounting, customer experience management, reporting, etc. You're now competing with more of SAP, Workday, Coupa, different players in the enterprise and lower market. And those applications go beyond just Fusion, like we talked about. Those also include what used to be Hyperion, which is now more of their EPM, Enterprise Performance Management Tool. But that's SaaS, software as a service. And then lastly, on the right, you have platform as a service, essentially a development environment. So whether that's Google Cloud, TIBCO, Ruby on Rails, but these are different development environments, and it's one of the distinctions, along with probably architecture and tenancy, that separates, and quite frankly is probably an advantage for Oracle Cloud. Okay, so that's it for this Fusion versus Oracle Cloud. I hope you understand now the difference of those two terms. Thank you for watching.